What's up, Arslings? Welcome back to the channel, The Last Kingdom, Season 4, Episode 5. And another victory for Uhtred and the Saxons. There was another really big fight. It was a pretty wild battle.
Yeah,
there was a lot of death, a lot went down.
I loved the, filling of the gap with the sticks and the
little trick.
Yeah.
It was very much a Braveheart type of moment where
it was.
Their horses were charging into something, they didn't know what they were charging into, and then there was just a giant ditch covered up, which Uhtred, he's a smart one. He always has a plan, and it always works.
Last minute.
He's legitimately one of the best strategists that I've ever seen in this type of situation. Every plan, every battle, everything that he comes up with at some point works.
Yep.
And it's even his dudes are yeah, he'll figure it out at some point. He always has a plan.
Yeah.
So they're acknowledging it. They realize what's up, and he's just very impressive. And Stiopa died, which is pretty wild because I feel like dude's been around a very, very long time.
Since the freaking
start, pretty much, right? It feels
besides Leofric.
Yeah, because he wasn't one of those characters that spoke a lot or had a big impact on things, but he was always there. Mm-hmm. He was always an important figure, and physically, dude's huge. You don't miss him when he's on screen. And he's always there to protect. And now he's not there to protect. So it's going to be interesting to see how Eadweard handles this and whether he takes the blame for that or not. That situation was pretty wild how it all played out in the battle. Yeah. But, the battle was pretty crazy. And Canute's dead, which... that was one of the more satisfying kills that this show has provided us.
Yes.
The way...
finally.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Sorry.
The way he was talking shit with Brita just in the, in the background, him and Uhtred were having the conversation and he had basically admitted it.
I feel like that would have been the perfect moment to be she's standing right behind me, right?
100%. And... it's just one of those things where you could just see the look. When Uhtred found out it was Canute, you could tell the look that he had.
Well, he wanted to kill Heston right away.
Yeah. And then when Brita heard what he said, you could just see the look on her face.
Just absolute, heart dropped into her stomach.
It's
she's pregnant.
Yeah, and that's...
I really want her to have this baby, but how is she going to have this baby?
Yeah.
If they're going to torture her, they're going to do all kinds of terrible things to her.
She ended up getting captured, which that moment, it felt like one of those moments where we were going to lose Brita because of the way she was talking to Uhtred.
Yeah.
And I think Uhtred fully understood what she was asking, why she was asking it, and that it was probably the right play because of who the hell knows what's going to happen to her now.
Yeah, they're not going to be nice to her. This is not the time that they're nice people.
Just add it to the list of betrayals that Uhtred has provided to Brita and how many times because I think that was one of the more just heartbroken looks that she's ever given us.
How
being captured and taken away.
Yes, how could you let me down in this, one of the final moments that you could ever let me down in? This one?
Especially with the idea that, she talked about Valhalla, she had her sword in her hand, it would...
she's just do it now, quick, fast, hurry before they take me.
Yeah, send her to Valhalla, go be with Ragnar, and Uhtred just had this look in his face, it's he couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it.
I can't kill you, but also, you're just basically sentencing her to death anyways.
Which is horrifying.
Ugh, it's somebody else's hand. And she might not get to go to Valhalla because she's not holding a sword.
Right. The situation wouldn't play out properly.
So
I'm hoping Uhtred could do something to try to save her and maybe get her out and be she's with me. Can we just, do something? But Eadweard is in a whole different headspace. I don't know where he's at or what his plans are going to be because it feels and we'll see with this next episode, it feels like the Dane threat is kind of eliminated for now because another battle, another leader dead, won, and it's just one of those things where it's how many more ways, Uhtred has said it before that they'll never stop coming, they'll never leave.
Right.
But it's at what point are they not the threat that we think that they're going to be? It feels like the threat is now all within Saxons, where Eadweard has his situation, and then obviously the whole situation with Aethelfled, the defiance, even though I think she did the right thing.
I think so too. And if Eadweard was in that situation, hello?
Yeah. So he's upset with his sister, and currently Aethelred is dealing with some shit. We don't know if he's gonna live. He looked pretty fucked up.
He literally cracked his skull open.
Like his head is opened. It's not just like a little thing. Like that shit was like,
no, that is cracked.
That looked legit.
Open.
So we don't know what his status is going to be, what he looks like in terms of being a future king. But those two sides are feuding, and then the Welsh got involved, and they didn't seem like they were too invested in wanting to cooperate. So it feels like they're going to be kind of beefing with themselves.
Right.
If that's going to be the big threat.
Isn't that always the way?
I mean,
people that are supposed to come together and be on the same team fighting?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Exactly. So we'll see where that goes and see what kind of influences Edward keeps taking on, and how does he grow as a king? How does he develop and handle these situations? It's going to be interesting to see, because I feel like since his father died and he took over, I don't feel a lot of confidence in his leading ability. Obviously, it's still early. He has a lot of room to grow. He just needs to understand who he can listen to and who he can't listen to, and kind of just go from there. Obviously, Alfred had his growing pains as well, and he turned into a fantastic king, so we'll see if Edward can do the same. But Uhtred, what does he do now? Where does he go? What is he gonna, what is his plan now? It feels like, again, another one of those kind of reset moments for him, right, where I asked the question in the last episode, is Bebbanburg completely off the books? Is he done with that? Is that not an option? Because again, Uncle's son needs to die. He needs to get revenge for Beocca, 100%. But it doesn't feel like it's, when the way he's talked about Bebbanburg is specifically with Aethelflaed. He's like, that was my destiny. It doesn't feel like it's my destiny anymore. So it's like, I'm done there. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what his mindset is on Bebbanburg currently.
Yeah. I think he needs to go back and make another attempt. Yeah.
He's got one boy with him. He's got his son, young Uhtred, who did a very nice job in battle, sir. Good job. He is fastly climbing the ranks of fun characters to watch. Ever since he kind of had that moment and he kind of flipped when he had talk with Beocca and Finan, and actually hearing how amazing his dad is. He's not just some heathen dude, and he's actually a really great dude and really good leader and all this stuff. And we've got a really good crew. We talk about it all the time. This group's great. Young Uhtred could make a really good addition, and then his daughter's out there too. So we got a lot going on. I'm very curious to see how they go from this really big Dane threat and win into the next part of the story, which feels kind of like Civil War style stuff. So, anything else?
Nope.
All right, let's go.
Open this gate.
Oh, and we're starting right off with the head cracker. Oh, he is so fucked up. Holy shit. It's like this is dude's opportunity to kill him.
Word.
Before he gets castrated, as he said he would do to him.
He will recover.
Just leave him there to just lay and bleed? What the hell?
Maybe this will finally get his head right. Hey-o! No.
Stura, open the doors.
Perhaps she's sleeping.
Stura, wake up. It is your father.
Stay back and name yourself.
Stura, it is us. It really is.
She's a smart girl.
Father has defeated the Danes.
She's cute.
You're lucky I didn't stab you through the door. Where's my daughter?
Aelfwynn! Aelfwynn! Mother! I've missed you.
Oh, I've missed you too.
Canute has been sent to hell.
Athelstan. They gave him a title 2 episodes ago. I don't remember what it said. No. But kid's clearly a big deal.
Those who survived the massacre blame Aethelred for deserting them and denounce your brother for not coming to their aid.
Does this anger extend to Aethelflaed?
I don't know.
We ride at first light.
I mean, how does it not go to her?
Honestly.
What?
If Aethelred dies, times will be unstable.
Mercia is my home.
Yet you have no formal protection here. No son or father to speak for you.
Aelfwynn will not suffer because of this.
So leave and come to Cookham where I can protect you both.
The Ealdormen will not turn on us.
Battle does not always bring reward, Aethelred.
True.
Oh, they got a wrap on his head now. That's good.
Not just letting him bleed out.
Why did the Ealdormen circle? How long have I been sleeping?
Since the day of the battle, Lord.
Did we win? I remember very little.
We did.
Slow down.
Who in the name of God advised that we go to East Anglia?
You did. And news came of the invasion and we returned to protect our people.
I remember arriving at the battle.
He doesn't remember that he wants to kill this dude.
Yeah, so he got out of that.
Yep.
Did he mention my mistake? Does he blame me for our late return?
He's not spoken of you.
Perhaps he's forgotten. We will stay until he dies. There is an opportunity to regain our influence.
Oh shit.
I could be a peacemaker between them.
Whether this is madness.
I agree.
I must be dying if you're here. Why have you come? To revel in my suffering?
No,
I
she's
am
not like
concerned about the fate of our daughter. I've treated her most unkindly.
It's because she's not my daughter. What is it that you want?
At the very least, you agree not to betroth her to some heartless fool.
Like you.
Allow me to choose someone suitable, and I promise you this kingdom will thrive.
I agree. If only you were as faithful to me as you are to Mercia.
What?
You've not treated me with so much cruelty since our wedding night. Perhaps things could have been very different between us.
Yeah, asshole.
If you fear death, now is the moment to ask for forgiveness.
Who ordained you, confessor?
And let it be between you and your God.
Damn. On the verge of death, dude stole a dick.
I know that I have not always treated you kindly. For that I am sorry.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Shocking.
I was younger and more foolish.
You still do bad shit.
And as for you, I hope that you can find some comfort. To live without being loved is a torture.
Which is why you acted with so much cruelty.
The next successor is clear. My younger son's claim is strong.
Your son is too young, Bulger. We will need a man of wisdom.
And who would you be thinking of, Ludica?
This is chaos.
Tell me it is less disordered than it looks.
I cannot. There is division, there is anger. They think Wessex has abandoned them. And there is talk that they do not honour the Union.
As in Mercia break from Wessex.
Some are saying that, yes.
Wow.
I understand their frustrations with my husband, but to sever Saxon unity would hurt us all. We must remain united.
Yeah, this is the new conflict. This is a big problem. It's like when there's no clean line of succession, it's like people freak out. So they don't know who.
Lord Aethelred, I heard you were injured.
Yes, forgive me if I do not get up.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Has your father sent you?
Oh, what? Shit. Yeah, he doesn't have much longer.
He will be in his shroud before the week is out.
You must act decisively to install someone here before chaos breaks out.
I cannot simply march into Mercia and tell them how to conduct their affairs.
He's definitely gonna take order and control.
And they're gonna hate him for it.
And that command to punish the king's mother.
Was punishment what the king commanded?
It's what he wants, but cannot order directly. He feels the Lady Aelfwynn needs containing.
This dude.
The fuck are they gonna do to her?
Dude, he is making all kinds of moves.
Should he die, what are the plans for the succession?
It is not clear the Ealdormen are much diminished.
There's talk of a break from Wessex.
I will not allow the fracturing of our father's dream. We will betroth the Lady Aelfwynn to the successor and seal the bond between our lands.
The best of the young Ealdormen have been slaughtered. There's no one suitable.
Then we will find someone suitable. Where is the Lady Aelfwynn now?
Safe at Saltwich with my men.
Then bring her here.
No, we will settle the matter and then we will bring her here.
She's too young to use this bait.
Find me the right suitor and we will make haste to arrange a match. This alliance means as much to me as it does to you.
This is...
I like the way they shot that.
Yeah, that was really cool. It just feels chaotic.
Yes. You feel the urgency.
But his authority is under threat, and men under threat do not always act with wisdom.
I could tell that Uhtred is just like, dude, you don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, Edward is talking strong, but I don't feel like he actually legitimately... I don't know, he doesn't have that oomph as a decision maker.
Right.
You do not have to do this.
If we went with you, they would follow and drag us back in shame.
And we go further than they can follow.
I want to live in peace by your side. Nothing would bring me greater happiness. But if we left, we could never return. We cannot let them destroy all we have fought for.
I really wish that they would just name her, put her in charge. I know it's extremely unlikely, but it's like, she's a good leader. She's done a good job.
Yeah, she's got a good head on her shoulders.
Let our friends from Wessex see our strength. Is this intended as a slight?
Oh, no, Lord King. He merely strives to redeem his family name.
Eardwolf, I believe you pulled me to safety during the battle. Yes. How are the Mercian Guard minded on the succession should your lord depart this life? They're loyal to the leader of Mercia, whoever that is. I thank you for your honesty and your action on the battlefield.
On behalf of my people, I demand that you remove your troops from Aylesbury.
Oh shit, here we go.
I know that you are a man in grief, but may I suggest you remove yourself from the king's presence?
Shit.
There are ways to make men Lord of Mercia without the Witan, who seek to control us, and I will use them.
Oh shit.
Threats. Was that a threat?
Everyone is freaking out about who is going to take over.
Your sister needs to start doing as she's told.
That man, Eardwolf, he seems respected by his warriors. He's younger and we know him to be brave. Find out what you can about him.
Shit.
They're gonna... Aethelflaed's daughter is a baby.
This whole situation just feels like there's so much tension, so much stress. They're doing a really good job of making you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Look how the people turn on each other. This is what happens when kings weaken.
Nonetheless, I need you to find out what Edward is planning to do with his troops.
No, I was not built for spying and betrayal. Bjorka warned me. He said I might have to choose between my conscience and my king.
Bjorka saw things more clearly than the rest of us. And he knew that you would choose wisely.
That's a lot to deal with.
Bjorka will never be forgotten. His words will always remain strong.
An order has come from Aylesbury.
You are to be confined as a punishment for raising an army without the king's consent.
And when was this confinement decided?
I've been asked to enact the will of the king. Have Lady Aelfwynn guarded in the reading room.
Do as Cambridge orders.
Ignore this girl.
Oh shit.
She speaks without authority. Look how she trembles.
Do you defy the will of the king?
You are not the king.
No, but I am anointed queen, and in Edward's absence, my will takes precedence.
I will not fight against it. I simply ask that a soldier bring a prayer book to my room so that I may reflect.
Oh shit.
I would fucking throw a fucking shoulder while I walk by, bitch. Why am I with Ellsworth right now?
Right? Because she's kind of getting shat on right now.
It sucks.
It's kind of bullshit.
As you know, he is keen to restore his name, and he served Aethelred with complete loyalty. They even called him the arse-licker.
I do not want an arse-licker. I want a man who will serve all of our interests.
Someone who will work with us to achieve the peace you need.
Dude, there's no way this dude's gonna get promoted all the way to king, right?
Do I have your loyalty?
The guard are loyal to the leader of Mercia.
Good. Then finally order will be restored.
This dude's gonna fucking shit his pants when he doesn't name him.
I don't know what he's gonna do.
Thank you for staying by my side.
Does he make it out of this episode?
I honestly, at this point, I kind of hope that he stays alive because this is chaos.
Though I know I regret to see you suffer, I could not in truth say that I loved you.
At least she's honest.
If I mistreated you, then I am sorry.
Women are used to being mistreated. We are taught to endure it.
Will you survive without me?
I do not know. I've survived a great deal.
Am I to die?
I mean, at some point.
The rumor is that your mind fails and you will die.
I fear that I have much to account for.
Wow, is this turning over a new leaf?
I mean...
It only took possible death.
I mean, I just don't think he remembers how much of an asshole he was.
Right.
We should discuss this unity, and the betrothal of my niece. It seems wise to secure one with the other.
The Ealdormen will do my bidding. I have them under my control.
Do you?
Lady Aelfwynn is dear to me. I should like her to be betrothed to a man I trust.
Her youth means that she could be fertile for years.
Ew, as he licks his lips.
Well, obviously we want a man with standing in all parts of Mercia.
I think the phrase you're searching for is peacemaker, someone who can unite the divisions in Mercia.
Indeed. Could you be such a man, Erdwulf?
Oh, yep.
His family was disgraced.
Well, disgrace can be reversed by royal decree.
Oh, shit.
If you agree, all we would need would be the approval of a Witten. And the Ealdormen will do your bidding, will they not?
Unless they feel that I am being cheated.
But you would not be. The land he is owed becomes vacant, and those could be handed to you in exchange for your generous support. To the peacemaker.
Dun dun dun.
What?
Where's Cena?
Oh my god. I don't. But he's a bad dude.
You don't even know, like, he literally doesn't know anything about you. He got, like, one piece of information, and he's like, okay, cool. Like, what?
Has a successor been chosen?
The king wishes to betroth me to your daughter.
No. I will not agree to it.
But her hand with mine will unite the two kingdoms, and I will be the peacemaker who saves Mercia.
I promised my wife I would not act without her.
Without a plan, King Edward will take your throne, and Mercia will be subsumed.
Oh my god.
I'm begging you. Have I not always served you well?
Now I want him to remember.
No, you do not.
Uh-oh.
My stomach tells me that you lie.
Uh-oh.
Why is there no one else in there?
You have a stench about you.
Uh-oh.
You are not worthy of my daughter. Mercia.
Oh, she's gonna kill him right now, unless he dies right now.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, dude.
Wow, look at the way that they did that with the eye.
Holy shit. Dude, this is becoming a problem.
Tell me there is a mistake. That you have not broken our agreement and betrothed my daughter without my knowledge. Agreed, Aelfwynn should not be used as a bargaining piece.
That was before King Edward struck a bargain. I'm not the suitor. I'm merely someone trying to prevent chaos.
So who have you betrothed my daughter to?
The dude who just murdered the king. Well, I can't believe this dude's gonna take over.
He's gonna get Aelfwynn.
He is a great warrior. He is a leader of men.
Aethelred still rules here, and he will not allow this. I cannot wake him. I had looked to this moment for many years, and now it is here. Why do I feel as if I want to cry? I think he regretted the pain he caused you.
I think we all want to cry because his death is actually going to cause a really big problem.
Inform your brother that his betrothal will take place imminently. You are to be sister to the new Lord of Mercia.
Edward, I will fight this!
You will not. You agreed that Aelfwynn's betrothal was the best thing for Mercia.
I will not have my child condemned to a life of misery. Please, Ludica, do not accept this plan.
The plan offers stability.
Edwulf is not the man to bring peace, please.
Lady, begging is unbecoming.
After everything I have done for Mercia, to have risked my life, my child thrown to a man who will mistreat her.
Perhaps it will teach her more deference than her mother had.
The fuck?
Fetch the Lady Aelfwynn. King Edward would like you to ensure no force is used.
This is bullshit.
This is a really big problem.
Aethelred is dead.
Then you're free.
But they seem to be set on destroying me in all matters. Aethelred's death will be a chance for me to live in peace. Treat my child as a bag of silver.
Do not need negotiation. We must alert our allies.
They are to take Aelfwynn.
Edward is not himself. I will speak with him again. Go to Chairs to take her somewhere you can protect her.
Oh shit, dude. They mentioned civil war. That's exactly what we're building to.
Have Aethelflaed confined until all this is settled.
The fuck?
Lady, I suggest you make this simple and comply.
This is absolute insanity. I love how Edward talks shit to Uhtred about not bending to his wishes, but this dude's bending to everyone else's fucking wishes. This dude's like fucking Plato with everyone else. Let me just mold him how I want him to be. Everyone is controlling this dude right now. Edward's actually pissing me off more than Alfred did in this moment.
Right?
Oh, they're not ready for anything. Gotcha, Citric.
Say something. Say something. Say something. Say something.
They're coming. Wait, we have a plan. Can I help you? Are you lost?
We're taking Lady Aelfwynn to Aelesburg.
She's already been taken to Winchester. I think he called himself Uhtred.
You two, search the grounds.
She's a smart cookie, that one. They don't know that that's Dada.
Oh, talk about a hiding spot. Holy shit.
I told you. She's not here.
Let's go.
I mean, that's a really good plan.
She's good.
Jura! It is your father!
Did they hurt you?
No.
Hey, little trickster you got here.
Where's Aelfwynn?
Good kids.
Death came for Mother faster than she could ever know. I've always felt it would come for me at speed from nowhere. I had faith you'd come for me, and I was right.
Bread, water, and weapons. The rest we'll find in the road.
Come. I've alerted the man that protects you. He's outside the window. If you think I will fall into a trap, you are mistaken. Mercia has wronged us both, and our brothers have turned on us. Lady, we are not so different. I never humped Aethelred willingly, and believe me, I am paying for it. Go. I have nothing and no one. You have silver and men that will help you. God will not kill you for this. He will try, but he will not succeed. Go, lady. My brother cannot be controlled and will bring nothing but disaster. Do this and I will ensure you never go penniless.
This feels like absolute chaos.
Yes.
Lady, Mercia has abandoned you.
Dude, this dude is awesome now.
Honestly, he's like really...
Like, the stuff that we talked about at the beginning is even worse than I thought it was going to be. The fact that, what's his name? Eldwulf?
Eldheim.
No. The dude who's in charge now.
Erdwulf.
I'm going to have to figure that out. The fact that he's now been named Lord, like...
Well, I mean, he hasn't officially,
I mean,
he's getting there. I don't know what's going to happen now, especially since shit's gone south. They don't have Aelfwynn, and Lady Aethelred has fled. So, I don't know if he'll still be named after that.
I'm just really upset with Edward.
Oh my god, he sucks right now.
He is... Ever since he kind of shooed Uhtred away, the decisions that he's been making by the influences that obviously it's just the one dude whose name I can't remember.
Aldenheim.
You know, he's got a really strong voice in his ear right now, and he's the reason Edward's making so many plays that he's making right now. And it's like, yeah, maybe on the surface adding this dude as the Lord makes sense, but you don't know him.
Right.
Like, you literally don't know him. You've met him on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
He saved you. And then you had a dude ask some questions. Found out that he was the ass licker. And you're like, oh, okay, let's name him Lord. He could be the peacemaker.
He literally said, I don't want an ass licker. An arse licker.
It's just mind-boggling that this is where we are now. And I mean, we talked about how the Civil War kind of aspect was going to play into it. And again, it feels worse than I personally thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be, I mean, I didn't expect Aethelred to die now. I thought that was going to, like, his head injury looked serious and it looked like he was resting. I didn't think it was going to lead to literally the next episode, him dying and chaos ensuing.
Via murder.
Well, I mean, he wasn't going to make it that long anyways.
Well, no, but I mean, I think he would have lasted at least through the end of this episode.
It's always been a head scratcher for me when super vulnerable people talk shit to someone who, one, you don't trust and is too capable of killing you.
Right.
Like him being alone in the bed while he was suffering from that head injury, like talking shit to him in that moment.
Now is not the time to be like, yeah, you want to fight me? Fight me. Like, bitch, you're going to die.
It was such an obvious moment where it's just like, maybe bite your tongue for a second. Wait till you have guards around you.
I mean, that
have some proof.
The whole head injury thing, maybe lack of judgment.
Yeah, well, I mean, that just seems like his character anyways. A little more cocky than he really should be. Like, he felt confidence in that moment. He's like, oh, you reek. I don't trust you. Like, I don't remember, but something doesn't feel right. And it's like, dude, if you feel that way, you probably shouldn't be alone with him revealing all of this information. So, I mean, it seems like something he would do even with the clear head because he's just kind of a dumbass like that. But, I mean, his death caused immediate, like, the one scene where they were talking, like, the way it was shot in the circle and it was moving fast. And, like, this episode did a great job of making you feel the tension and just the uncertainty that they're all experiencing with his death. And I thought it was really well done. I'm happy that Uhtred's daughter is really smart.
Yes. Ciara.
Like, we already have a plan. It's like, oh, you were preparing for this because of history. Like, she's smart, and you just got to protect that baby. You got to protect that baby.
And her little birdies. It's so interesting that, like, everywhere she goes, there's these little cage of birdies.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe not right now. Like, maybe let those birdies go free. Because this doesn't feel like a good time to have pets.
Yeah. And, I mean, even everything going back to Aelfwynn, like, that whole situation is like...
So now she's being...
detained,
like,
and...
kept in a reading room, and she asked for her Bible, which is also sus, but what's in that Bible?
Yeah. I mean, the fact that Edward is literally condemning his sister, his mom, and literally everyone else.
His niece.
It's just like, dude, you're out of your mind. And then the whole Athelstan situation. This kid had a couple interesting looks. I don't know if I want to go back and read exactly what the graphic put up for him, but it was definitely important. And I mean, him and Finnan had a look to where, like, Finnan's like, what's the deal? Like, he's got this aura around him. And, you know, Aelfwynn...
with a name like Athelstan.
Yeah. And Aelfwynn, like, she knows that something's up. And even Aethelfled knew because she was like, I'll tell you about him later kind of thing. So there's definitely something building there. And with the way everything's happening with Edward and his wife and his situation and his decision making...
She's the worst.
Things aren't moving in a good direction. So, again, this is wild. I really hope that Aethelfled could have enough loyal men to her side that could help fight and make kind of a play and a decision. Be like, this ain't happening this way. We're going to do it this way. He is not going to become the Lord. He is not taking the place. He's not putting a crown on his head to take over this land. I'm going to take over, and we're going to remove him. Like, that's what I want to happen. I don't have a lot of high hopes that people are going to fully support that. But, I mean, again, Aethelfled has done so much for that land.
And they don't
turn
her back. I loved that scene at the end where he's just like, you know, Mercia has abandoned you, and then they leave.
It's true, because that's exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. It's pretty wild. And, I mean, it feels like it's going to be a pretty chaotic and pretty intense road to the end of this season. So,
but I hope that they are able to get... I mean, there's no reason for her to stay now. She can just leave and go live her life with Uhtred, but they did say that road to the Roman walls is, like, dangerous, so hopefully they can make it there with all the kids, but then they can never come back.
Unfortunately, I get nervous that life of freedom isn't as simple as it is to say.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's just goes with it.
Everyone's always looking for Uhtred services, and Aethelfled is a very important person. I don't know if anyone's going to let those two just disappear, which, unfortunate, because that would just be best. Take your kids and get out of here and go find peace somewhere.
Yep.
Any other thoughts? No. All right, y'all. Leave your comments, and we'll see you guys later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.